Hey everybody, Shawn Holsinger here from HolsingersFlyShop.com. Bringing another tying video this week. It's a simple Euro nymph style pattern, and it's one that a customer came into the shop with, said he was having a lot of success with. And when he shared it with Dad said, oh, one of our other customers fishes that fly a lot. And it's one that this guy found on Mainely Outdoors channel. And really cool pattern. It's called the Inferno Midge. It has caught a lot of fish for both of these customers, and so I'm putting it in my box to have. It fits right into my high water pattern style flies, but also tying it in an 18 and 20, it works great for any kind of midge. So, I like to fish small, dark. A lot of the insects in the stream are dark, so this will cover that pattern really well, and also stained water. Stained water, I go dark. So I'll fish it a little bit bigger, like in a 14, 16 in stained water. Clear water, I'm going to fish it in 18s and 20s. So that's how I'm going to fish it. A lot of this I'll be dry dropper with. Especially when I'm fishing the 18s and 20s, I fish those under a dry dropper. So that's how I fish the fly. Here you go. You're going to see a picture of it in the material list to see how I tie the fly. Okay, here you see the Inferno Midge in the vise. Cool pattern. Let's start tying it. For a hook, I'm going to use one of our Holsinger's Fly Shop Jig Hooks. This is size 18. For a bead, I'm using a Firehole slotted tungsten bead 2.0 black. For thread, I'm using some Semperfli Nano silk. This is 12-watt black thread. And I just want to put a little bit in there, try to lock that bead in place. Make just a little bit of a cone shape. It'll help lock that bead. Now I'm going to put on the tail. For the tail, I'm using some red Krystal Flash, and I'm just taking 2 strands of it. And I'm going to lay 2 strands on the top of it and tie it down. And tie it right back there to the bend of the hook. And then I will trim it the length and trim it off. So what I want is about the length of the hook shank minus the bead there. And then you can take and separate these with your fingers a little bit. I'm having trouble getting my fingers between them. A lot of trouble. There we go. So get your fingers in there. They'll separate on their own there, as you see, with a little bit of persuasion. Next thing I'm going to put on is a piece of small red ultra wire. I'm just going to wrap that on and wrap that right back there to the bend. And then I'm going to make sure I get it all covered up with my black thread. So with this nano silk, you might have to wrap a layer or 2 over it just to get it all covered so it doesn't show through. And I want to just make a nice taper, not tapered much, but just smooth it out. You can see I got a nice smooth body there. Then I'm going to just wrap about 3 wraps is all it's going to take. Get me right up there behind the bead and tie this off. And then helicopter my wire. Now I'm going to drop back just a little bit, make sure I get that all covered and tied down. Last thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of, this is Dark Stone Nymph from SLF Pattern Blends, Dave Whitlock Pattern Blends, and I am taking a very, very tiny bit of it. I even probably think I got a little much maybe. And I just want to create a little collar. I did. It's a little bit more than I want, so I'm going to peel a little bit off and then tighten that down, tighten my end down there. So it makes a nice clean finished head. And that Dark Stone Nymph has just a hint of red in it. So it makes a nice collar on there. And then whip finish it off. And that's all that's to this simple little fly that catches fish. And like I said, you can tease these tails around and get them to split it open there so they show up a little bit better. Alright, hope you liked that simple, quick video. It's the simple and quick ones that catch fish. Keep it thin. I say all the time, humans are the only one with an obesity problem. Don't let your flies get thick. The thinner it is, the quicker it sinks. The quicker it sinks, the longer it's in the front of the fish's face. The longer it's in the front of the fish's face, the more fish you're going to have the chance to catch. Very simple theory behind that. So keep your flies thin, get them down quickly when you're nymph fishing, of course, and have fun tying, guys. Try this in different colors, of course, you know, yellows, browns, anything. This is a generic nymph style pattern, but this one is one that I will be using, like I said in the beginning of the video, stained water and very small in clear water. So have fun tying, guys. You need any of the materials to tie it. Like always, you can find them at our shop at holsingersflyshop.com. And if you want me to tie some of these for you, email me at holsingersflyshop@gmail.com. So thanks for watching, everybody. Until next week when I bring you another video, I'm Shawn Holsinger.